I am waiting for you, Vicini. You told me to go back to the beginning. Look up. This is where I am. This is where I'll stay. I will not be moved.
Hold there!
I don't budge. Keep your holder.
But the prince gave orders.
Sorry, Vicini. When the job went wrong, you went back to the beginning. Well, this is where we got the job. So it's the beginning. And I am staying till Vicini comes.
You brute!
Back to the beginning. You know, as we head into the fourth quarter of the fencing year, it's a good time to get back to the beginning. Back to basics.
These are the techniques that form the core building blocks of fencing. Advanced skills are formed by using basic skills as their foundation, and either adding other basic skills or developing a skill to an advanced state.
Begin. You're using Bonetti's defense against me, huh?
I thought it fitting, considering the rocky terrain.
Naturally. You must expect me to attack with Capaferro.
Naturally, but I find that Tybalt cancels out Capaferro. Don't you?
Unless the enemy has a study, he's a gripper. Which I have. You are wonderful.
Thank you. I've worked hard to become so.
I admitted you are better than I am.
Then why are you smiling?
Because I know something you don't know.
And what is that?
I am not offended.
You're amazing.
I ought to be after 20 years.
Oh, there's something I ought to tell you.
Tell me.
I'm not left-handed either.
Who are you?
No one of consequence.
I must.
Get used to disappointment.
Hey.
Do you know Bonetti's defense? How about Capaferro's attack? Are you a fencer of no consequence? Isn't it time to change all that?
TFC's Back to Basics training program uses realism. Every action in the lesson will be realistic and calculated to simulate bout conditions as accurately as possible. Cues. A cue is some action or failure to act by the coach that causes the student to execute a technique or tactic. Every cue will be something that an opponent would actually do on the strip. This will help to teach you to recognize actual opportunities. Tempo. In modern fencing, distance, timing, and initiative are core elements of scoring hits. Using the timing element will be incorporated into both your footwork and your blade work drills. Tactics. These techniques will be taught in the context of their tactical applications. Techniques are specific actions or skills used in the bout and are relatively stable in the bout, but may require minor modification to deal with a particular opponent. Tactics are set by your plan for the bout and are constantly reevaluated and modified as conditions change.
I did that on purpose. I don't have to miss.
I believe you. So what happens now?
We face each other as God intended. Sportsman life. No tricks, no weapons. Skill against skill alone.
You mean you'll put down your rock and I'll put down my sword and we'll try and kill each other like civilized people?
Could kill you now.
Frankly, I think the odds are slightly in your favor at hand fighting.
It's not my fault being the biggest and the strongest. I don't even exercise.
Look, are you just fiddling around with me or what?
I just want you to feel you're doing well. I hate for people to die in the hands. You're quick.
A good thing, too.
Were you wearing a mask? Were you burn the acid or something like that?
Oh, no, it's just they're terribly comfortable. I think everyone will be wearing them in the future.
I just feared when you give me so much trouble.
Why is that, do you think?
Well, having fought just one person for so long, been specializing in votes, battling gangs for local charities, that kind of thing.
Why should that make such a difference?
Well, you see, you use different moves when you're fighting. Half a dozen people. Then we only have to be one. But one.
Fezzik needed to change his tactics, but he figured that out a little too late. How can you avoid that situation? We will learn about the short tactical wheel, a way of thinking about how to shift tactics to deal with your opponent's reactions.
For example, Jim starts the bout, and absent any other information, attacks with a simple attack. When Jim executes a simple attack, Mary should parry and riposte to defeat the attack. Jim, when expecting to be parried, should execute a compound attack to deceive the parry. Mary then counterattacks the compound attack with a stop hit. In turn, Jim defeats the stop hit with a simple attack.
This is also a good tool for predicting what an opponent may do. If Jim knows that Mary expects a simple attack and would be ready to parry it, then Jim should execute a compound attack to defeat the parry. However, Mary understands that Jim expects a parry and will do a compound action, and therefore Mary executes an immediate stop hit when Jim starts to move. This seems oddly familiar.
I challenge you to a battle of wits.
For the princess? To the death? I accept.
Good. Then pour the wine. Inhale this, but do not touch.
I smell nothing.
What you do not smell is called Iocane powder. It is odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid, and is among the more deadly poisons known to man. All right. Where is the poison? The battle of wits has begun. It ends when you decide and we both drink and find out who is right and who is dead.
But it's so simple. All I have to do is divine from what I know of you. Are you the sort of man who would put the poison into his own goblet or his enemy's? Now, a clever man would put the poison into his own goblet because he would know that only a great fool would reach for what he was given. I'm not a great fool, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you must have known I was not a great fool. You would have counted on it, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You made your decision then?
Not remotely. Because Iocane comes from Australia, as everyone knows. And Australia is entirely peopled with criminals. And criminals are used to having people not trust them, as you are not trusted by me, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going! Where was I?
Australia.
Yes, Australia. And you must have suspected I would have known the powder's origin, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're just stalling now.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? You've beaten my giant, which means you're exceptionally strong. So you could have put the poison in your own goblet, trusting on your strength to save you, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you've also bested my Spaniard, which means you must have studied. And in studying, you must have learned that man is mortal, so you would have put the poison as far from yourself as possible, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're trying to trick me into giving away something. It won't work.
It has worked. You've given everything away. I know where the poison is.
Then make your choice.
I will. And I choose. What in the world can that be?
What? Where? I don't see anything.
Oh, I could have sworn I saw something. No matter.
What's so funny?
I'll tell you in a minute. First, let's drink. Me from my glass, and you from yours.
You guessed wrong.
You only think I guessed wrong. That's what's so funny. I switched glasses when your back was turned. Ha ha, you fool. You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this. Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Who are you?
I'm no one to be trifled with. That is all you ever need know.
To think, all that time it was Shortcut that was poisoned.
They were both poisoned. I spent the last few years building up an immunity to Iocane powder.
So, how do we get back to basics? On May 6th, all fencers enrolled in classes will be tested to determine a baseline skill level in these 8 basic skills.
Could this be a trap?
I always think everything could be a trap. That is why I'm still alive.
Then, for the next 3 months, each Tuesday class period will consist of a 10-minute warm-up and 50 minutes of demonstrations, drills, games, and strategies designed to improve your skill set and build your tolerance to Iocane powder. You will keep a practice log that records your time spent outside of class completing your home fencing assignments that employ these 8 basic skills, and you will bring that practice log with you to class each week for my review and signature.
Weapon-specific students, you are expected to attend both the Tuesday Back to Basics and Thursday weapon-specific classes. Your Thursday class will be your regular competitive curriculum.
All students are encouraged to participate in open fencing on Tuesday and Thursdays from 8 to 9:30. Why? This is the only time you will be fencing regulation length bouts. Think of open fencing as your own Iocane powder battle of wits. You'll need this practice because we've scheduled 3 in-house foil and epee tournaments for the summer, May 22nd, June 26th, and July 24th. We will invite other clubs to participate in these tournaments, so you'll have a chance to try your newly honed skills on some fresh, unsuspecting fencers. Medals will be awarded for 1st through 3rd place. Everyone, including those not holding a USFA competitive membership, is welcome to compete in these club tournaments.
I can hear the muttering now. It's summer. Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do that? I already know the basics. Why should I have to practice them? Ooh.
Let me answer those questions with a few questions of my own. Do you win every bout you fence? Does every attack you make land valid? Do you want to win every bout you fence? Do you want every attack you make to land valid? Is your motto, practice makes perfect? Can you survive the Iocane powder test? Do you like cool, free stuff?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, the only way to achieve your goals is through practice. If you can execute these 8 skills in perfect form when you're bouting, you will win almost every bout. You will make every attack land valid, you will survive the Iocane powder, and you will get cool, free gear.
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
If you accomplish all of the following, attend at least 9 of the 12 Tuesday classes between May 6th and July 22nd, practice at least 60 minutes per week outside of your regular Tuesday and Thursday class periods as documented by your monthly practice logs, turn in your practice logs to me the first Tuesday of each month at the start of class. On July 22nd, take and pass at higher than 80% your final basic skills test, and renew your Tulsa Fencing Club membership for the 2014-2015 fencing year. You will be recognized for your accomplishments at the TFC I Survived Iocane Powder end of season party on July 29th. Receive 1 free personalized hardcover blade protector for your weapon of choice. Receive 1 free I Survived Iocane Powder t-shirt. Make your coaches and your parents, significant others, very proud, and be a much better fencer.
So, think you can survive the Iocane powder battle of wits? Or will you find yourself somewhere you don't really want to be?
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
I'm happy, so happy walking on air. Why the wherefore is someone I care for. I'm yelling, I'm telling folks everywhere. I know that she loves me, so what do I care? There's a rainbow round my shoulder and a sky of blue above. Oh, the sunshine.
Do you know what Penny Blush means?
I'm in love, hallelujah, how the folks will stare when they see the diamond solitaire that my little sugar baby hits
If Jim knows that Mary expects a simple attack and will be ready to parry it, then shit, this you can't.